CBS News Bay Area Afternoon Edition with Makovec.
Right now on the afternoon edition, the latest atmospheric river sweeping through the Bay Area, bringing strong winds and heavy rain. From uprooted trees to down power lines, we are tracking the damage and the road conditions at this hour. Thanks for joining us. It is a first alert weather day, and our latest storm is causing issues all across the region. Let's get right over to meteorologist Jessica Burch. Got a few more hours of this.
Well, the flood alerts are, of course, the big concern right now. We've seen heavy amounts of rain on this first alert weather day sweep throughout the Bay Area, especially in the morning hours. And now what we're seeing as we head into the next 24 hours, as these storms continue to track off into the east, is still more rain and, of course, pretty impressive rainfall totals and wind gust forecasted. Here's where we're at right now. Our first alert Doppler showing light to moderate showers stretched anywhere from Ukiah all the way down into the Bay Area. Now, this continues to track off into the Sacramento Valley, but what we're seeing below me, and this is important to note, we are gearing up for some strong winds still lasting into this afternoon. That high wind warning has expired along our coastline. What we're continuing to keep a close eye on is rainfall totals. Now, you see that tan color below me. That's that wind advisory still in effect until 4 o'clock. But the big story for us also has to do with some rainfall totals, anywhere up to around 1.5 inches down into San Jose. More impressive numbers down into the Morgan Hill region and just up into the Santa Cruz Mountains. This is where we're going to see some of those heavier rain showers, anywhere up to around 3 to 5 inches forecasted. You make your way all the way up into the North Bay. That wind advisory now expired for our friends in Napa and Sonoma. This is what we're keeping a close eye on as the National Weather Service continues to expire some of these advisories. We're seeing other ones pop up in its place. Flood alerts in effect right now. I'll have more on that coming up in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Jess. Taking a live look at SFO, which is dealing with major disruptions from both weather and those lingering FAA-ordered cuts from the government shutdown. The airport says it is on a ground delay impacting arriving flights because of high winds and rain. The FlightAware website says that 49 flights have been canceled at the airport. 12 flights have been canceled at Oakland, 5 at San Jose. The storm also causing scattered power outages throughout the Bay Area. Live look here at the PG&E outage map. The green and yellow dots represent smaller outages, under 500 homes or businesses affected there. The orange shows a larger outage right now in the area of Union City. The storm brought down plenty of trees, including this one, over some parked cars near San Francisco's Painted Ladies. This is at the corner of McAllister and Steiner Streets. You can see the tree looks like it went through the windshield of that white truck there. It blocked the road. No word on how long it's going to take for that large tree to be cleared. The rain also clogging some drains in San Francisco. You can see cars making their way through the puddles. That is at Gough Street and Pacific Avenue this morning. Our Veronica Macias live in Oakland, where strong winds are causing some property damage there. What are we looking at?
And well, as you know, we've been keeping our eye on here on the roads here. Right now, we saw some flooding westbound 580 to eastbound 28. One lane on this interchange flooded. Right now, we're on the 24. Things are looking good, but we have seen some damage from this storm. This morning's commute was rough for people in the North Bay. There, as you could see, we're getting a break from all the heavy rain we saw compared to the morning rush hour. This traffic is nothing compared to the heavy traffic that we saw. The problem was the standing water on the road. We saw a few tow trucks on the highway. The roads were slick and there was flooding on the ramps. Thankfully, much better situation right now. But let's go ahead and show you some of the damage we did capture today. There were heavy branches that fell down on some of the cars in Oakland along Moss Avenue, that is. Part of a tree came down in someone's backyard. One young woman is having to stay home from work. Her vehicle was slightly damaged and she had to wait until crews cleared things up, but she seems to be in good spirits despite the setback for her. Take a listen.
I can't even go to my car because the firefighters were like, you can't even get in the car and drive off right now. And there were like branches all over my car. The actual tree looks like it fell in the backyard, but the branches, like all of them were all in my car.
Then in Oakland's Oakmore neighborhood, branches also causing damage here, coming down on a power line and also coming down on someone's car that was parked in the driveway. Crews with PG&E responding. It was pretty gusty this morning, and crews across the Bay Area right now keeping busy cleaning up after the mess. Here you can see some lane closures on 24. It seems like it all came down all at once, so it was kind of hard for all of this to drain out on the highway. So you had a lot of standing water for a portion of the morning. Right now, it's looking much better compared to what we've seen. Still, you
It looks like we lost track of Veronica there. Be safe, Veronica. Meantime, it was certainly a both hands on the wheel kind of morning all around the Bay Area. Here's a look at the conditions for commuters on the Bay Bridge heading into San Francisco earlier. Looks like the traffic was mostly steady, though. The North Bay seeing its share of rain. This was a parking lot at Redwood High School in Larkspur that flooded this morning. And here's a look at the morning commute through the North Bay. It was slow going at many points. Windshield wipers going strong. Other stormy snapshots from around the Bay. Video here from northbound 101 on the peninsula. The brunt of that storm hitting during the peak of rush hour. It was also a wet morning in the East Bay. A soggy start to the day along California Boulevard. This is in Walnut Creek. And the CHP urging people to slow down in the rain. This is a crash on Highway 1 near Salinas Road in Santa Cruz County. A car was driving northbound when it veered off the roadway. The CHP says there were only, luckily, minor injuries. Well, you can track the storms and other weather issues anytime on our website, kpix.com. You can also stream us on the free CBS News app.